time do we have on the tape?
Well, 7 minutes.
Oh, good.
7.5.
I was wondering if you could tell me something about the white traders who were on the reservation before it was opened in 1910.
Well, all the traders then that I remember was Beckwith and Louis Demers' dad, old Alec Demers, and Sterling at Ronan. And they all used to have them big signs above their doors. There's, I think it was a licensed Indian trader on them. I think on some of these old pictures, if you can get a hold of one, I think you can still see that. And I think a feller by the name Piso and Zay had a store over at Camas. And then old McGowan was at Plains. Old McGowan was where old Michelle from McCamas Prairie. My dad said one time he didn't know if old Michelle knew how many cattle he had over there. And they'd sell 3-year-old, 4-year-old steers. And he'd go down to Plains and get his money from McGowan, and this one time he was in Plains and his wife and daughter heard the dogs barking and raising heck, and they wouldn't go out there. And when they come home, they told him about it, and he went out in this little cabin. And these fellers found his cash, and they figured it was between $60,000 and $80,000 it was taken out. They never did find out who got it. But I suppose some guy was watching him when he left McGowan's and knew about where his cash was.
Were the relations between Beckwiths and Demers and the Indians okay? Or?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, they all got along good. And Beckwith had a deal here on Christmas that there'd be all kinds of raffles there. And that would go on all Christmas Eve till midnight mass. God, harness, saddle, buckskin shirts and gloves and everything. Some of the store raffled off, and some of the individuals would come in and put up their stuff themselves. And the crowd would be just bank full there till midnight mass, and then everything closed up. That was quite a thing.
Well, I'd heard some stories that after the reservation was opened, that some traders, I don't know if all of them, but some of them maybe, took the debt that Indians owed them and used that to get their land.
Oh, no. No, the deal was they got their patents to their place, and then they soaked them to them guys. 3/4 of them could never redeem them. That's how the stores got them. I forget how many they said Scarce had at one time. Quite a bunch of them. Beckwith had a lot of them.
What do you mean soak them?
Well, you have 80 acres out here, and you'd go to one of them moneyed guys and you'd say, I'd like to borrow $2,500 on my 80. He'd make up a mortgage. 9 times out of 10, he wouldn't be able to pay it off. And then they forced that forced patent on a lot of them. And my aunt and my uncle over there in Nevada, I went over there in 1916. They had a big outfit. They had 2 bands of sheep, about 400 head of cattle, and 800-900 head of horses. That country was all open then. And my uncle died in 24. Well, I knew he was going under through that World War I crash. I didn't know it towards the end of the summer. And so when he went under, when he died, why, to settle the estate, he had different places around Garson, Oliver Gulch, and Rattlesnake and Sullivan, all them places where there was springs. He'd buy up 80 or 160 there to have water for sheep. So when he died, my aunt had his half-sister. She went to the bank and she says, well, to save you guys foreclosing on them, she says, we'll just turn them over to you. So then I was haying for the Kalispell Mercantile. I got through haying and I said to the boss, I said, you want me to put this mowing machine in a shed? He said, no, we got another job. Well, I didn't know it. It was my aunt's big ranch there in Nevada.